Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Outside Now. Well, just a little bit of news from Star Trek Khan. Tim Russ was at Star Trek Las Vegas, and he was asked about it, and he did confirm that the character Rosalind Lear is an archaeologist, and that the time period is like post Star Trek 6 on the Excelsior, and they're basically going down to SETI Alpha 5 and basically discovering who Khan was and what happened to them, and trying to discover what happened in that 15 years that they were down on that planet, and how he ended up becoming the twisted vengeance can't say that the person twisted on vengeance that hunted down Captain Kirk in Star Trek 2, and feeling that sort of finding that the sort of the story between Space Seed and that. Now I don't know how I feel about that. The idea of doing it as a TV series or a miniseries where we got to see the Excelsior with Captain Sulu and everything could have been interesting. They would have had to de-age both of them, but if it was just they definitely would have had to de-age Russ because he was a young ensign. But Sulu could have aged if they because they could have it 10, 20 years from the end of Star Trek 6 or something like that. So they could have worked it. We could have seen Sulu for a couple of episodes in command of the Excelsior in his own series or mini-series while they're exploring, this, that would have been the wraparound for the Khan story. That could have been fun, but without all of that, just doing it in audio, it's like it doesn't hold as much because we've had, we've had George Takei do audio adventures for Captain Sulu and that, so and I really would have just had a straightforward telling of what happened. I just want to see, there's the Enterprise in orbit of the of SETI. Oh, imagine that! It could have started with the Enterprise like dropping them off and beaming them down. We could have seen the Enterprise crew members in the old uniforms and everything, and then they just leave, and then we just see, from that day what happens and cover the whole 15 years. So it could have actually been really interesting. But now we just get some other character we don't know or care about going through and discovering what happens, and we just sort of get it told in little flashbacks and a lot of wraparound from a character we don't really know. I know, George Takei's Sulu and Tim Russ's Tuvok are there, but they're not the main character sort of doing all the unearthing. So yeah, but yeah, just interesting for them to confirm exactly what it is, because I just thought it was going to be like a one-off, like novel sort of presentation, but it's going to be a series, so it's going to come out like every week or something for like a period of weeks. So we'll see. I'll listen to it, but it's just sad to know what we could have had. We could have had a Khan series written by Nicholas Meyer, or a miniseries that started off literally from Space Seed with the 60s era, 2260s era Star Trek Enterprise and crew and everything, leaving him there and then seeing what happens, and then ending off with him going, and capturing the Reliant with Chekhov and everything. At the end, it could have been so much more. Instead, we get Starfleet Academy, and I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this audio drama, and whether it's going to be too much. It just feels like it's all about this other character, and not just Khan. So I just feel like why have they built up all this stuff around the story? Why don't they just tell the story? Sometimes they just seem to just avoid the most obvious, simple thing, and just go do everything they can, but do what they should do and what people want. So we'll see.